Alright. Alright. What I want to say is I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to waste more tries to complete the ending, like the wheelchair assignment part. Jesus Christ, man. Because there's like a hidden M16 in the city, Kirktown or something, right? There I could be able to like get a assault rifle, right? Then it might be able for me to actually complete this. In this revolver, you won't get this unless you didn't give the pistol to the doctor, right? And I thought I would be a good boy when I gave him the pistol, right? Yeah, but still stupid shit. Stupid shit with only three inventory spaces, right? And you have to share that with health, weapons, and light source, and keys, right? Especially the keys is fucking bullshit that a one little key takes the same space like a big ass shotgun, right? So let's just watch this. Let's watch this, babe. Let's just watch this, right? Let's watch this together. The thing we are skipping, right? So do this 4 times. Yeah, you drop this shit. So you can put in just so much inventory management because you only have 3 spaces. Like, drop the gun to pick up the key, and then you use the key, then you backtrack and pick up your gun because now you have used the key and now the door is unlocked, and then find a new key, drop the weapon, and then you. And now, okay, should I use the weapon or key or light source? Like, who has to go? Weapon, key, or light source? Like, fuck off, man. Give me a fucking keychain, right? Like, imagine playing Doom, Heretic, or anything, and you have to like, oh, I cannot have my guns with me because I have to have this fucking key card. Well, you have an asshole. Use it, right? Put it inside your ass. You have plenty of space in your fucking body to have a fucking key, right? This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. That you have to like drop everything because you have to pick up a fucking key. Bullshit game. Bullshit game. Yeah, you saw that? He lost damage even though you have to crouch here. You have to crouch from these. He lost damage anyway because your hitbox is so fucking huge. Your hitbox is so fucking huge. And why like it's like a elevator, right? And there come monsters from the monster classes every time from each level. They should at least put some fucking ammunition in these monster closets, right? There's a ton of monsters, right? But no, you get nothing, right? You can literally soft lock in this game, especially like the running section with the chainsaw guy, right? If you're full health, you can easily outrun the guy without even sprinting, using your stamina with sprinting. But if you are low health, you cannot outrun him whatsoever, right? It's fucking bad. It's bad. And I'm done pretending like this is a good game. It's not a good game. Like it was probably a good game back in high school, but that is 13 years ago. I was in high school, right? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Simon, man. The fucking incel piece of shit, man. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, what you gonna do? Fucking cry, baby. Jesus Christ, man. The only good thing about this game is the texture for the Coca-Cola, right? The Coca-Cola textures was the only good thing. Cheers. Yeah, die, bitch. Die. Yeah, no need to spend the rest of my afternoon to complete this fucking boss section was like 1.5 magazine for the Glock and 2 magazines for the 45 ACP and 2 syringes. No assault rifle, no shotguns. That's it. Right? No fucking way. No fucking way I'm going to spend my whole afternoon to fucking cheese this fucking game. No fucking way, man. I have better things to do. Right? They got plenty of game time for me, right? So we went from like 1.5 hours to nearly 10 now, right? Steam, wake the fuck up. Yeah, nearly 12, right? So yeah, I think we're going to make a little review, maybe with the help of ChatGPT, right? Just to get it done. Like you're not going to waste more of my time by making a proper review and spend 2 hours to make like a poetry, right? No, I'll spend 5 minutes with some key points and use ChatGPT to make a review. I don't fucking care, right? Now I'm mad. Okay, let's see the stupid ending, right? Oh, he killed people and he killed himself because he's such a fucking moron.
Finally, it's all over.
Thank God.
By the time you are reading this, you will find my dead body covered in blood, with my head blown to bits.
Yeah, maybe we should use a bigger caliber.
I'm
right?
not, or wasn't, normal. I was crippled, stuck in a wheelchair, and that's why I had to die. I was broken, defect, full of emotional problems.
Emotional
My mind
damage.
was stuck in a never-ending loop of anxiety,
Helvede, man.
depression, and despair. A roller coaster with no end, and I wanted out so bad.
He couldn't handle rejection from Sophie, from Miss Sophie. It was like, I only want to be friends with you, Simon. I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna kill my whole family and myself. I cannot handle the rejection from this, my dream girl from high school or something. Oh my God. Like, she's the only woman in your whole life. How about go to Asia or something? They will fuck you. They will ride you like crazy, even though you're on a wheelchair. As long as you're not fat, you have a good chance, right?
It's almost
Passport bros, right?
The only person who tried to help me was my only friend.
Please tell her I'm sorry. I wish her all the best. No, you didn't. You fucking killed her.
Tell her I'm sorry. I wish her all
Right.
the best. Please don't show her this mess. This is my conclusion.
Yeah.
This is my end. Farewell, everyone.
Yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Thank you for the ending. Thanks for the video. I could not manage to complete this section with only a few pistol mags, flashlight, and two syringes, right? Syringes, right? So, piss. Oh my God. Og then sprøjte. Right? Så en lommelygte. Lomme. Yeah, damn, this game is unbalanced. Right. Slash poor level design. I am not allowed to have an opinion.
You have the wrong opinion. Everybody loves this game. There's nothing wrong with this game. Nah, 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 nah. Nothing is wrong with the balance.
Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go suck Simon's cock. Right. fucking nigger lover. I'm allowed to have an opinion now. I try my best to complete this fucking game. And now it's a sunk cost fallacy, right? It was very close to be a sunk cost fallacy. Like, well, I already spent like 12 hours on this fucking game, and now I have to spend more time to complete the fucking unbalanced boss battle with no ammunition, right? No fucking way. No fucking way I'm going to do that. For what? For what? To see a fucking cutscene I can see on YouTube? No way. Right? I have to protect my mental peace, my mental health, right? And it's not worth it to boot up this game again, honestly. How about we fucking delete it right away? Right? Uninstall. Fuck you. And I will update my review very soon. Tinder. That was the Coca-Cola. Okay, maybe we can make some key points, right? Let's do Visual Studio Code. And yeah, I don't know. Can we do like this? Oh my god. I don't know. Mouse. Okay, now we can see. I'm taking all the space, right? Okay. Review. Cry of Fear review. Pros and cons. Is that how we do it? Pros and cons. I want to make a Steam review. Like, I'm going to write this. I'm going to send this text to ChatGPT to generate a review for me with my key points, right? It was like the best texture in the game is actually for the Coca-Cola bottle. Yeah. Maybe this is not the right format, but maybe we'll just keep it here as a text. The best texture in the game is actually for the Coca-Cola bottle. Everything else is pretty blurry. Even the ads on the bus stop is barely readable, right? For the little Coca-Cola bottle, even the big ads on the bus stop is barely readable. Like the meme with the rabbit. Okay. No. When you have to run away from the chainsaw guy, you can not outrun run him whatsoever, even when using all your stamina for sprinting, right? So you have to make sure not to be on very low health on key section of the game. Like, what do we call it? Like, there's no, what's the word? Oh, what the fuck is the word? God damn it. Belønning. Belønning. What is belønning? Reward, right? Reward. There is barely any rewards for exploring all the nooks and crannies. How do we say that? Nooks and cranny. Nooks, 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 nooks. And crannies. It's a saying. Nooks, nooks and crannies. Nooks and trannies. There is barely any rewards for exploring all the nooks and crannies for optional health, ammo, and weapons. Maybe the hometown Kirktown. What was it called? Cry of Fear. Kirkville. Kirkville. Maybe the hometown as an exception. Which is flooded with weapons along the street toward your house, right? Which is flooded with weapons and ammo along the street towards your house. I think that is fair, right? Like, I didn't honestly not find a lot of shit. Like, the only place that was like optional looting or something that's like in the when you have to like dig in the second park, the Westberg Park or something, with the shovel, and you could just keep digging all the crosses. That was optional, and you get another magazine, right? But it's not like there was like side alley or something with some extra, right? Barely. And also the asylum was also like way too empty. The inventory management is also complete bullshit. In the beginning, you at least had space for 6 items. But in the second half of the game, you are reduced to only 3. The problem is that you have to, like, you have to share the inventory for weapons, keys, and light source. So you have to do constant juggling and backtracking. For hoarding. I'm a hoarder. Yeah, hoarding, right? For hoarding the most of your stuff with you, right? I really hate that I have to drop, what was it called? Cry of Fear, shotgun. It was like Remington, yeah, 870. M16 assault rifle. Just to be able to have a key in my freaking pocket. This is bullshit. Keys should not be a part of the weapon light source inventory system. Give the player a keychain, right? That is separated, right? This is looking good actually, right? Kind of, right? Yeah. Keep in mind when installing this game, you have to spend some time on several technical issues such as custom resolutions above 1xc, FPS, hertz, FPS, yeah, FPS above 100, full screen scaling, change FOV inside the console. Okay, you walk slow when badly hurt, because some things when you have to run away from the chainsaw guy, you cannot outrun him whatsoever, even when using all your stamina for sprinting. So you have to make sure you are not in a state of very low health on key section of the game. At the forest. compare that to the city or the asylum. 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 So many rooms, but really no loot except the bare minimum. I think this is getting somewhere, right? I think this is getting somewhere, right? Stream. I want to make a Steam review. Do we even Steam? I think this is good enough. So we're going to do this, and then ChatGPT, and then I have a folder for writing, and then copy paste, and then go. Here's a polished Steam review version of that you wrote. It keeps your personal tone and honest frustration, but reads smoother and more structured like a proper user review that will stand out on Steam. The best texture in this game is actually on the little Coca-Cola bottle. Everything else is pretty blurry. Even the big ads at bus stop at most, yeah. It also feels like poor game design that you walk slower when badly hurt in certain section, especially when you're being chased by the chainsaw guys, basically imposter outrun if you are low on health, even when using all your stamina. You really have to plan ahead and make sure you're not limping into those key encounters, especially in the forest area. Exploration barely wants you. Sure, you can find a few extra health item, ammo or something, but most areas feel empty. Kirkwell, your hometown, is the one exception. Absolute flooded with loot along the streets towards your house. Compare that to the city or the asylum section, tons of rooms, but almost nothing worth finding unless you stick to the main path, right? And then there's the inventory system, which honestly feels like a cruel joke. It is a fucking cruel joke. Early on you have 6 items slots, which is manageable, but in the second half of the game you're suddenly limited to just 3. The problem, weapons, keys and lights are all share the same slots. So you'll constantly be juggling items and backtracking to stash or swap gear. I really hate that. I had to drop my Remington just to carry a key. Why not give the player a separate keychain instead? Keys shouldn't take up the space as weapons or flashlights. Also prepare for some technical headaches before you can even play Goldling. Yeah, whatever. We're going to keep this. And then I hate trains. I hate trains. Where are you, little shit? So we're going to do like a header 1. Then we also want to make a nice little list, right? Why is there no formatting? It's because the formatting help is here, right? And then we do list. Oh, list sorted. No. Motherfucker. Right. What the fuck? Okay. then H2, right? And then the verdict, and then boop, boop, suck it up. Okay, save. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe a little bit of white space that has to be removed. All that fucking white space. Yeah. So you can see it properly, right? So this is my view of this game. They still get a like, right? They still get a like, right? I'm a merciful God, right? I have mercy. I have been giving thumbs downs like a Roman, right? Like fucking Caesar, right? Like, no, kill. But I'm merciful, right? Because it's still for free. It's a free game. It's a mod, right? But yeah, honestly, it's a mixed, right? I've been saying several times in this fucking oh, we forgot something. Oh. Yeah, never mind. I'm like, the thing with the puzzle with the animals, right? There's like no one telling you which direction is north, right? How are you going to put things in the right direction if there's like no arrows that's like pointing, this is north, right? This is north. Not even on the fucking city map is there a cross pointing like this is north. And you're like, okay, naturally, north will have to be like up, right? So if you have like something on paper, it's usually up that is north. But in this case, west is north. And you can remove that kind of confusion if you actually put like a compass in your map, right? In your city map, and say, hey, this is north. In our map, this is north, not this, right? Okay, so yeah. Anyway, let's end this with where are you, little shit? Tier list. There was a tier list, right? But I'm done with this game. I'm not going to play the mods of the mods, right? This has to be much worse than the game itself, right? Like, oh, this is going to be so difficult. Oh, and we're going to put lots of monsters and no ammo. I'm so evil. This is not difficulty, right? This is just bullshit. Okay, cry or fear tier list. Wow.
Hello everyone, and welcome back.
9 months ago.
Scroll wheel just once, then you're as good as fucked. I placed this one on C. The awesome skip to do. With this skip, you not only learn to save 2 minutes, but also teach an old lady how to put a DVD into a DVD player to watch a few movies on.
What the fuck? How?
Hello everyone, this is Rigi of Cry of Fear. For the last year and a half, this person
And my you late exact.
Yeah, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Hey guys, I know
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
been a DT objective here. Fine,
Whatever.
messy here. But if you know how to
Like
play,
who
in the PP70
who's going to use the weapons you're never going to find anyway, or like is it unlockable? Like you are done with the game, right? Move on. Take the L and move on, right?
When I thought about
I'm not going to play this game for 6th time. Like, oh, I really have to see all the endings because I have OCD or something. Just psh. It's a sunk cost fallacy. It's sunk cost fallacy. Like, go do some hacking, right? Or learn a new language, right? Not play the same install simulator for 6 times, right? It's just fuck. This is the best, man. Okay,
Who my favorite enemy was from Cry of Fear?
the enemies. Other hand, I think that would be like a decent tier list to watch.
I realized that I didn't really know. So I tried looking through all of the ones that existed. And it turns out there's like over 40 different enemies. And
Okay,
because there
40.
are so many,
40. Jesus Christ. I thought it was like 16 at best. Yeah, there may be a different variation of the crazy white lady, the Asian woman, tall Asian woman, right? There's like 3 variation of her, right?
I decided to put them on a tier list, like any greedy YouTuber would do. And let's just get started by getting the obvious out of the way. The babies. It's no secret that these motherfuckers are some of the most annoying enemies in the entire game. They ruin our speedruns completely.
Yeah.
Но еще вот это происходит. Все. Вот как это вот в здравом уме человек должен в это играть?
They are incredibly difficult to fight against, being pretty much impossible to melee. So the only way to clear them is to either cheese them or to shoot them down with the AR. Easy F tier.
Yeah, fuck you.
Faceless Crawler. These ones come during the Nightmare section when entering the Nightmare Corridor. And while they are small, they are also very annoying.
Hard to
Since
hit.
they have the fastest attack rate of any enemy, dropping your health to null within 2 seconds.
Oh, not good. Yeah, they're fucking nasty.
They are especially a menace to beginners, who on this stage tend to be very wounded from the normal faceless enemies. And if you die, you have to listen to the doctor's speech over and over.
Exactly, exactly.
F tier. Watchus. To be honest, when I looked at the list of enemies, this one did not stand out that much. It's found in the co-op levels of Cry of Fear, and is essentially just an inferior version of the flower. It's just unremarkable. F tier. That's enough of the worsts. Now we're going up to D tier, which are enemies who are still bad, but not completely awful. Hanger. This is the enemy that you'll find in the forest. They're pretty much a non-obstacle, with basically no warning as to where they're gonna fall. The only reason this doesn't get an F is because there's a pretty decent jump scare with the door, where it breaks instead of opening up. D tier. Wheelchair Simon. This is regarding the boss fight with the bad ending. Generally, it's a pretty meh boss fight. Simon doesn't even do anything, he's just sitting there, behind a cage.
I
like
do
a little
telekinesis, right? I'm just,
The
oh.
enemies in this area are a little better though. The good part of this section is that you get to beat up a disabled person. Hvorfor skrev jeg det der, mand? Hvad laver jeg?
Det er dansker.
Hanging men. These are found in the maze section, which is one of the worst areas for beginners, as people spend way too long trying to find an exit. They also kill you instantly, and you can very easily bump into them, forcing you to restart yet again. They get a D tier, as they are thankfully very predictable once you learn the maze. The 2 stuck flower enemies. Right after seeing the flower, you get to see 2 slowers who have been tied to a wall. And while they are basically just slowers, they're unremarkable, easy to kill, and almost a non-threat. D tier. Faster, or what I like to call them, Karen. Now design and fighting wise, these are much more fun to fight and kill. The reason they go so low is because of my personal bias against them.
Yeah.
They block me constantly, and they never hit the TV in the apartments, causing me to reset again and again. They also have a variant that exists on Doctor mode, with the only change being that they have bars on their heads preventing headshots. Overall, just D tier. The Doctor. Oh, Doctor. You are my favorite, yet you are also one of the most annoying bosses to deal with. Your
The hit
attacks
scan.
are entirely RNG dependent, meaning that we could either get a decent run or waste over 50 seconds. Peak. And this doctor is only gonna get worse
RNG,
and worse,
and Jesus.
as there is no way to find a
Yeah,
consistent
no way we're
setup
going
as far as I
to
know.
speedrun this
The
game
only
in
reason
2.5
that he doesn't
hours.
get an F tier is because as a character, he is pretty cool, mysterious, and for casual playthroughs, the fight is relatively alright. D tier. Now we're headed to C tier, which is where enemies become a little bit more enjoyable, but at the same time are still pretty mediocre to deal with. Flyer or Flugere. The Flyer is actually a pretty fun enemy to fight against for the most part. Their great mobility is a real pain for the player, as escaping them is pretty hard, and if you do choose to run away, they can just spit at you from afar. They are best handled with the sniper rifle, which you get in the park right after solving the puzzle. Overall, it's a good enemy. C tier. Sumo. The sewer boars are a pretty decent enemy. With their high health pool, they do a good job of introducing the concept that not all enemies should be fought with. I also like to call them the frogs, as they have a giant tongue that hits you from afar. They also have some funny sounds, sounding almost like a baby babbling, except pitched down. Decent enemy, but not much else to it. C tier. Carcass. This is the enemy that comes right after Sophie decides to log off. In terms of boss fights, it's not a terrible one, but it certainly could be a lot better. The boss shoots out faces which hit you and deal a pretty good amount of damage. But the problem is that they're nearly unavoidable.
Yeah.
And also, it feels pretty unsatisfying to kill him, as we only see him float down to the ground and nothing else. C tier. Flower. It's hard to call this an
What a
enemy,
waste.
just more an obstacle. The reason they get so high marks is because, well, look at it. It's a big eye catcher for most people once they see it, and also because when you go through the vents, there's a pretty good jump scare. C tier. Krypanne. Krypanne? Krypanne. They're very easy to deal with, just back and forth. And if you have a gun, it's not even a fair fight for them. C tier. Taller. These boys I've got a gripe with. I've lost several runs to them, but at the same time, it's actually a pretty good enemy. You're pretty much forced to avoid them, meaning you gotta get good movement. And if they hit you, it's pretty much game over. No! C tier. Child. These bin bag children
Lordo.
are actually not too hard to deal with the only exception being if they're in the apartments. Then they can become incredibly deadly. They also tie into the story very well, that being of a murderer in the apartments. C tier. Now comes the B tier. These enemies have quite a bit going for them, whether it's a cool gimmick or just a cool design. Starting off with Seidlepram. These enemies are very well made. They are one of the scariest enemies since they basically run at you from the deep darkness, only letting you know of their presence with their panic breathing. B tier. Stranger. This one is officially called the Stranger, but I always like to call him Facebook. I mean, because he literally is. Look at him. Overall, he's not that big of a threat, but on Nightmare mode, he can be a giant.
I thought there was a
pain in the air,
box.
as he deals
Or like
extreme damage
a
from
paper
quite far
bag.
away. B tier. Faceless. Honestly, when thinking of the Faceless, I couldn't really think of anything notable about this enemy. They have a basic design, decent attack, good audio design, and overall are just a pretty good enemy overall. But there's nothing that sets them apart. And I like them for that. They're a good enemy, but nothing noteworthy. Their friend is a little better, since they have a mask, so they both go in B tier. Spitter. Spitters are basically the same enemy as the Flyer, but they're now in the train windows. They are buffed and nerfed at the same time. Being forced into a small space with them means that they deal greater damage, but they are also much easier to kill. They
Yeah,
are a
fuck
challenge,
this
and
train
not a
section.
completely unforgettable one, especially when you meet
Like
them
a
for the
whole
first
train
time.
section
B
and
tier.
no
The
syringe, no
Twisters.
health.
The Twisters are the enemies in the bad ending of the game. And I have to confess to everyone right now, I have actually never played the bad ending in a proper playthrough. I just loaded up the final-ish level and then just played through it. They are pretty much the same as the Faceless, except now one of them has a valve.
Okay. What does that have, like, explain to me why that's interesting.
B tier. Sour. Sour is one of the boss fights that's initially very scary looking and fun to fight the first time you meet him, but once you found out how to beat him, he becomes trivially easy to fight. And on Nightmare difficulty, he becomes outrageously tedious to fight. He is pretty fun to fight for the most part though. B tier. Psycho. I'm not giving this guy points for being fun to fight, but I will give him points for having such a good design. He's very memorable and quite a bit scary to fight him in the dark asylum. I believe the enemy will
Honestly, I wish there was more shotgun action in this game, right? Like, I think you get like lower than 20 shells in the whole game, right? It's really not a lot, like compared to like a Doom or boomstick shooter, like where like what do you call it? Like, yeah, the shotgun is the meat and potato, but not in this game. Here's like the Glock 17 is like your meat and potato.
of a costume that Andreas made and cosplayed himself. Overall, a pretty good enemy. B tier. A tier. This is when the enemies get really good. They are typically very memorable or have good.
And same with the sniper. What do we
Starting
get?
off with a good one.
15 bullets.
Running Lady, or as I call
in
her in
total.
my previous video, along with a $5 knockoff version of the TV girl from The Ring. Funny story, a year ago, I tried to play the game normally again by turning the brightness down, and I legit ended up having a panic attack once I met them in the forest.
Yeah.
Which I rarely ever get. They are very well designed and are horrifying as hell. Easy A tier. Krypanenai. This one enemy is one of those enemies who only appears once. Combat-wise, they're the exact same as the regular Krypanen. But I always thought of them being really tough, but mainly because I was crying in fear. A tier. Slower no. Yet another enemy that only appears in one part of the map in the game.
Okay.
You aren't even guaranteed to find him in your first playthrough. Maybe even your second. Even though this is a simple and kinda cheap, if I'm honest, jump scare, it's still a pretty good design for an enemy which is never seen again.
Interesting.
Mace. Now this is an enemy that I think a good amount of people will like. On our first playthrough, I think all of us were scared that he was going to be too close to us before we got to turn the valve, constantly turning around. Overall, it's a nicely designed boss fight, despite Andreas' negative opinion.
This key swallowing the fat, but I'm really not happy with that idea with him swallowing the food. It was not my idea from the beginning, it was from a classmate from college. Then I added it and I can't just stop it out.
Looking at the remake that Andreas has scrapped, the boss fight looks a lot different, with corridors rather than one big room. A tier. Slower. The first enemy in the game. There is simply nothing quite like them. They are simple to learn, basic, yet so nice to fun and fight against. You have to plan your future fights with them, as you need good stamina for dodging their attacks. So you always gotta be wise to their presence. And if you don't, you get punished. A tier. Their friend, the Crab, is pretty fun to play against, except this time you have to use a gun, because melee is really hard to do when they're so low to the ground. They go along with slower. Now comes an absolutely disgusting enemy, the Crazy One. This is the enemy that uses telepathy to force yourself to commit game over. And if you thought that the melee was going to work, think again, since there's a baby that cuts itself out of the womb. If you really think about it for a moment, you'll realize how horrifying this is.
Yeah.
But because she's got PS1 graphics, it's not too horrible to look at. A tier. And for the final A tier monster, we've got Crackheads, who is one of the best and most annoying enemies in the entire game. The good thing about them is that whenever you kill them, you get a fully loaded Glock. And
Exactly.
on nightmare difficulty, we literally have to time our saves based on when these f***s appear, because they can headshot you and deal crazy damage. This is the type of enemy that CSGO users are best at killing, as their hits are relatively easy to hit. A tier. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, S tier. And who else to start with but our favorite boy, Michael Myers. There is nothing special about him, yet he is so beautiful and fun to play against. He is the most beautiful of them all, and very iconic.
The white nigger.
Easy S tier, nothing less. Next up is the Giant Head. This is the signature jump scare from Cry Fear. He is pretty much the base of every horror compilation, as the setup for the jump scare is absolutely perfect. You're first taking a step towards a pretty big gap in the darkness, whereafter you hear that cry for help. Followed by a very long corridor until eventually... It's iconic, it's well made, it belongs in S tier. Next up, Book Simon. Now, there are actually two versions of him. One in the final part of Ending 4, and then co-op. Each of them are completely different. For the main game, he is an alright boss fight. In the final battle at the end is certainly very thrilling, as you gun him down until it finally ends. As for the co-op, he's an absolute menace. With the shotgun that can fire from afar, he is very powerful if you are left alone, but together with friends, you stand a much greater chance to kill him. In the survival game mode, he's even stronger, causing the timer to pause and forcing you to kill him to continue forwards. S tier for him. Upper. I know this looks weird with him being up here, but I think the main reason is his entrance and horrifying sound, with it being the loudest sound in the game, only followed by the boot screen hover mechanic. And now, for the most iconic enemy in the entire game.
Yes,
Sauron.
Johnny.
This guy needs no introduction.
Wait, could you stun
I'm
him?
pretty sure if I showed all the enemies to a random group of people, this one would be the most recognizable. He's fast, scary, iconic, and pure terror. Despite being trivially easy to run from, he is still horrifying enough.
Yeah, easy to run from. If you have full health, if you are in a state of low health, you're not going to run away from him.
To make it an easy
God
S
damn
tier.
it.
And there we have it, my personal tier list for all of the enemies. Now, I want to hear you guys go into the comment section to tell which enemy should belong where, and which enemy I am completely wrong about. Alright, thanks for watching, bye.
I think we're done. This chapter is now over. No more cry of fear, right? We are done. We are done. We have so many great games we have to play, right? And hacking to do. Right? There's so many cool games, right? So many cool games that could be fun to stream, right? Anything. Right? Like even like a car game, I use my controller, right? I'm definitely done. I'm so done. I'm done with cry of fear, right? Cry like a bitch. Okay. All right. So that was the ending of our, what do we call it? Cry of fear gameplay together, right? Let's gonna upload this fancy picture. Like boat. Yeah, I'm gonna like my own. I'm gonna like my own review. Ooh, I love democracy. Yeah. They got what they deserve, right? A decent a decent review, right? Yeah, and language, put that to English. God damn it. Nobody will see this otherwise. How about we read some more reviews? Anmeldelser. Best game ever, but I hate the pedo that made it. I don't know that law, but fair enough. Average Swedish home commute experience, especially in this time and age. Right? College? What is the college part? Doesn't he mean the asylum? Okay, let me hear some butthurt, right? The butthurt is flowing in this one. Anyway, let me make my face a bit smaller so we can actually read. God damn it. Yeah, with all this M dash, you've probably also been using ChatGPT, right? Anyway, you can use right, hyphen. Let's make normal hyphen. But if you use Windows key and hyphen, you get one is longer. And if you do Shift and Windows T key and then hyphen, you get like the super long M dash hyphen. So yeah, keep that in mind. Like in case someone is like telling you, hey, you use ChatGPT, you don't use M dash, right? You don't know how to use M dash on a keyboard. And it's like, yes, I do. It's Windows key and then hyphen. You can thank me later. Anyway. It just made the game unnecessarily longer. That I have to backtrack back and forth because I want my shotgun with me and my 2 pistols and my syringe. And the stupid key. And the fuses. Oh, now I have to use 2 fuses. Yay! What a concept. Like there's just no point of having the shotgun in the asylum part, right? Because it's just too dark. You have to have the light source and a pistol. Otherwise we won't see shit, right? It's just... Even though you turn on the generator, it's still... The level is just too dark, right? There should be some more lamps blinking on the hallway, right? Just a little bit. Yeah, honestly, don't bother. Right, not every normie NPC are able to withstand this kind of patience, right? The inventory management, especially. Not every normie can do that. Just watch a let's play if you're curious, really. Yeah, one of my friends, they have some 0.2 hours of this game. Like, yeah, fuck that shit. like an update could be nice, right? Like, make it easy to start up on a modern computer with the resolutions and FOV slider and FPS and a little bit of balance with some additional loot, like hidden in a bush or something, or behind a tree. Put something goodies. Put a little Christmas gift, right? Like, I feel like exploring all the rooms in the asylum was like a waste of time. It's like it was getting to a point. It was getting predictable that there will be no extra loot except if you go to the main path of the game, right? So if you just one piece of loot, just one magazine or just one syringe in one of the optional rooms, it could have made me like, okay, I got like a what do we call this scatterbox? What do we call it? Yeah, the rats were getting like a sugar water in a lab, right? So it's like, ooh, I got something, right? I will push this button until I get some more sugar water, right? It's the same, right? Scatterbox, right? Isn't it that what it's called? Scatterbox. Box rat, right? No. What was it called? I cannot remember it. God damn it. But it was something about, yeah, dopamine and so on, right? Just like social media or something, right? You see something. Oh, that was a short video. That was actually a bit funny. Then I'll keep scrolling. Right, it's the same. Oh, there was actually some loot. Now I'll keep looking for more loot, right? But there's no loot to find. So fuck you. Wait a minute. My review will be at 2 times here and here. They really want me to read it. Nice. Mail simulator peak game. Sure. Just full of feelings. Now I kill everybody and myself because feelings, and I got rejected by the girl of my life in high school. But she only wants to be friends.
He was their friend,
I was their friends.
and he betrayed them. He was their friend!
Shut the fuck up, Harry Potter. No need to yell. Like, one thing is making me reflects about this is like, when I have to make my next Doom level, it's like textures makes a big difference, right? Like the sound and the textures, like, oh my fucking god, that door that was chained and that's like fucking full of blood. It makes me curious what's behind that door, and then you can hear all the mentally ill people who are screaming in the background and so on. Right? We could probably do something in Doom, right? Custom textures and put a soundtrack that is no longer a song, like a metal song, but actually like some kind of dark ambient instead. Then we could actually hit something close to this, right? Like good atmosphere. There's not a lot of longer reviews of this game, right? That was all, right? Honestly, it seems like I have one of the longest review of this game now, right? Can that really be? No, there's plenty of reviews. Like, please, people who make like so long reviews, put some fucking space. Like, this is annoying to read. Like, just make it like a section, space, a new section, right? It's not that fucking hard. Like this, right? Like, you have a key point here, then new one, and then We're talking about fucking inventory. Like, what country are you from? American or some fucking East European? Or just a woman?
Just like a
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, okay, fuck this shit. We're wasting our time. No more. No more. You won't get any more of this, right? So, yeah. We're going to end the stream and say thank you for following me and see my Let's Play first time reaction of Cry of Fear. But now that is gone. It has been on my to-do list for 13 years since high school, where I like only played the first chapter and got too scared and too busy with life. So, yep, now went full circle, right? And fuck it, fuck the balance, fuck the level design. Honestly, put some more stuff, like especially like the essentials. Like it's so essential to have a assault rifle. Then put the fucking assault rifle at the door right before the boss battle. If it is that important, right? Fuck it.